Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. Here we are. You see the title. You see what's being said. And I'm going to get into what's kind of frustrated me a little bit later in this particular episode, but I'm going to have a lot to say. So, as you guys know, Russell Westbrook is currently out of the NBA. Like, I want us to sit back and just, listen to what I just said. Russell Westbrook is not in the NBA as we speak. We're talking about an MVP, former MVP, a 9-time All-Star, a 2-time All-Star Game MVP, a 7-time All-NBA player. No, 9-time All-NBA player. A 2-time scoring champion. A guy that led the league in assists 3 times. A top 75 player. And a guy that averaged a triple-double, I believe, 3 or 4 times. This is who we're talking about. And a guy that's in arguably the best shape of any NBA player going. Like, literally. Russell Westbrook is as in great shape as anybody in the game. Physically, you just look at him. The guy has a motor. He never gets tired. He always has it. Like, Russell Westbrook is not in the NBA. And the question is why? Well, I can tell you why. Russell Westbrook's career took a nosedive ever since he decided to go play with that damn LeBron James. Let me give you guys some numbers. The year Russell Westbrook, before he joined the Lakers, let me give you his numbers. That year, he averaged 22.2 points per game, 1.4 steals, a career high 11.7 assists, a career high 11.5 rebounds, 31% shooting from 3, 44% shooting from the field, and 36 minutes per game, and averaged a triple-double that year. The guy goes to the Lakers, and he had a bad year with the team. Although he shot a better percentage from the floor as a Laker. Roughly the same as from the three-point line. Rebounds went down, assists went down, and his minutes went down from 36 to 34. That year, Russell Westbrook was turned into the scapegoat. We all know it. Charles Barkley was saying it almost every other week. Almost every other week. And we all know why that was, but nobody in the media wanted to say it. It was because of LeBron James. Why? Because whatever team LeBron is on, when they don't do well, there's always a scapegoat. That's the way it works. And now, former rival of Russell Westbrook, and I guess former teammate of his, Patrick Beverley, is calling it out. And he's like, this all started when Russell Westbrook became a Laker. But before we even get into what Pat Bev had to say, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, PrizePicks. PrizePicks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports with over 10 million members. PrizePicks makes it easy to get real money action on the sports and players you love. You pick more or less on at least 2 for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. For example, this week on PrizePicks, I'm looking at the upcoming NBA schedule and selecting Stephen Curry for more than 29 points and Kevin Durant for more than 27 points and Anthony Davis for more than 12 rebounds and Luka Doncic for more than 8 assists. If you're like me and you like to play safe, you'll love PrizePicks' new feature, Flex Plays. It's the safest way to play. You can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. Plus, you can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. On top of this, PrizePicks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money as quick as in 15 minutes. So download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on PrizePicks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do now is we want to play what Patrick Beverley had to say, and then we're going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to Pat Bev here.
Happened to Russ, bro. On God. It's happened to Russ. And Russ got a bad take because of that Lakers team. That's the truth, bro. That's the truth. You talk to T-Lou. T-Lou did an interview with my I love Russ. Ever since Russ left the Lakers, bro, he's been on a minimum, bro. We've never seen this ever. We've never seen a player who's been the MVP, who's impacted the game, who they call him names and tell him he can't shoot, go to the playoffs, shoot 40% with the Clippers the very next year, right? Take a less demeaning role with the Lakers, take a less demeaning role with the Clippers. He's been a sixth man ever since he's left the Lakers. He's a starting point guard in the NBA. He's arguably one of the top 3 point guards to ever play the game. You tell me this man can't get on the team all because he's passionate, all because he stretches with the team every single practice, all because if it's a team out and he's there all because if you talk to anyone around the league, Russ is the best teammate I ever have. I talked to Paul George. Hey, P, Pat, you go love Russ. Austin Reeves, Russell Westbrook, one of the best teammates I ever had. What the talking about? Why isn't this man on the team?
So you heard what he had to say. What are my thoughts about this? These dudes don't want to keep it a stack. They not going far enough. You know why Son is not on that team, not getting minimum contract. You know why. Because he played with LeBron ass. That's why. And LeBron got a bunch of booty lickers all throughout the media that will never point at him when things go wrong and instead point at the coach or his teammates. And they turned Russell Westbrook into the scapegoat. It's always the story with this guy going all the way back to Miami. It was Frank Vogel, then it was Westbrook, then it was Darvin Ham, then they did a little bit of AD, and then yes, last year they tried to turn Luka. Oh, Luka look like he been eating a little bit too many donuts. The dude that came from the finals, LeBron with his 6-pack. What round did he go out the year before? Was it not the first round? I guess that 6-pack didn't get him far enough. Like, what are we talking about here? They were literally trying to turn Luka Doncic into the scapegoat for this dude. Patrick Beverley knows. All the real know. But they're not going to say it. They're not going to say it. They all know. We all know. Son is grimy, bro. Son is dumb grimy. We know this already. Look how he did Norman Powell. Norman Powell was playing like an all-star. Like an all-star. He knew he was not going to play in that all-star game. He didn't say anything, so the NBA would replace him. He said, screw him. That's the type of is. What happened to Russ? You saw it. You talking about what happened. You don't understand. You don't understand what happened. I don't understand what happened to Russell West. Bro, you understand what happened to him. He went and played with that dude. Things didn't work out. And they turned him into the scapegoat. We all know this. Everybody knows this. And it's not like as if, oh, this is a one-off. We have a history that's going all the way back to Chris Bosh, Kevin Love. They try to do it to Kyrie. It goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. So, Patrick Bev, you're not going far enough. Not going far enough. You know what it is. You know what it is. If you so pissed off about what happened to Russ, put some names on it, bro. Put some names on it. What's all of this? I don't know what happened. You know what happened. You know. Say it. What's going to happen? This is the problem with these NBA podcasts. They're not willing to keep it gully. They're calling out dudes on TV for always singling out athletes and covering their own asses, but they do the same thing. The vast majority of them do the same thing. They're doing exactly what the journalists are doing. They know the thing, but they won't say it. And that's the difference between Barkley and all of them. That's why Barkley earns more than all of them. And that's why they got issues with Barkley, because Barkley, they're like, you're an athlete, you're supposed to cover. Nah, say what it is. Say what it is. Say what it is. And let that be that. That's the problem. He knows what the problem is. And what's the cause of all of this? When you had dudes like Dave McMenamin writing hit pieces, calling the dude, calling him a damn a locker room vampire. How come that was the first and only time we ever heard anything like that about Russell Westbrook when he went to go play with LeBron? Why we never heard it since or before? But we're wondering what happened. Come on, man. Like, say what it is. For God's sake, say it. Say it. What will happen if you just say the damn truth? These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comments, man. We catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.